Welcome to the Out of Capes podcast for The Flash Season 2, Episode 2, titled The Flash of Two Worlds. This is a weekly podcast focusing on CW's The Flash series. I am one of your co-hosts, Stafa.
And I'm the other one, Eric.
And the way how this show is structured is that we're going to first have a discussion over last night's episode, and then we're going to review and rate the episode. And after we close out the show, we're going to talk about spoilers. So before we go on, I just want to do a quick disclaimer that all opinions expressed on this show are of our own and not of our employers, whether past, present, or future. So let's get to it and start talking about the show that everybody watched last night.
You know,
The Democratic debate.
exactly.
Who won?
I don't know.
It was Anderson Cooper. He was the real winner.
Yep.
All right. So let's get to it and start talking about last night's Flash episode.
Okay.
So Jay Garrick,
Yes.
he was pretty much the main focus of this episode.
Yep.
You know, he explained the multiverse stuff. So, you know, like you said last week, Jay Garrick was probably going to explain Atom Smasher coming from that Earth 2.
Yep.
So they're going with main Earth is Earth 1, not Earth 0.
Whatever.
Yeah.
0 is the first number.
Well, maybe they're going with Earth 0 is the comic Earth.
Ooh.
But yeah, they're going with they're calling it the alternate Earth 2, and Jay Garrick explained everything. And even though he explained everything and everything was matching up what he was saying, Barry was a big meanie doo-doo head to him.
Yep. And Joe was like, I don't understand this. These
Yep.
words.
It's like, use small words. I don't understand.
Me, Joe West, we don't understand words.
Time travel, okay. Multiverse, no.
Yes.
It's like, all right.
Okay.
Me need more secrets.
He's gone into caveman secret man.
All right, so yeah, Barry he didn't really like Jake Garrick at all.
I mean, that was more of a trust issue, though. Because last time someone helped him, like Jay was, he betrayed him at the end. So it's just Barry having trust issues, like always.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't really into this at all. Like I really don't like moody, like edgy Barry at all.
Spider-Man 3, Barry.
Yeah, like I thought we got over this depression hump from last episode, but nope, no, he wants to be moody again.
He's turned into Arrow while Arrow's become more cheerful.
Yeah, he's become Arrow. He's become Arrow season 1.
Exactly. I don't need people. I can do this all by myself.
I'm gonna kill all of the enemies.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, so you know, he was explaining the multiverse, and also Jay Garrick. Well, eventually he's trying to teach him how to throw lightning and stuff like that, and use the Speed Force. But Barry's like, "Oh, you can't teach me anything. I don't trust you."
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then at the end, he's like, "Well, if you just said you lost your helmet, we would have gone through this trouble." Like, no, you wouldn't.
Oh, the helmet. Yeah, that's
the helmet on, and like, it would be the same.
Oh, yeah, that makes so much sense now. That helmet's yours.
This helmet that came out of a portal is yours.
Yeah. I do like how they kind of tied it in with the season finale, but at the same time they didn't because Harrison Wells was like, "That's my cue."
Yeah.
Like, what's it mean now? Like, did he know that that's Jay Garrick and Zoom were fighting in another, Earth? Well, what does "that's my cue" mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But maybe they didn't think that far ahead at that time. They're like, "Oh, here's an Easter egg."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, let's explain why the helmet's there, but not explain why Harrison Wells said that's my
they
cue."
had the plan for Jay. I just didn't think they thought it through
Mhm.
fully yet.
So yeah, we see that Zoom is the one that's bringing the bad guys to kill Flash.
Yes.
And apparently it looks like Zoom has the ability to go through these wormholes.
Yes. And the
So,
biggest one is at Star Labs,
yep.
and there's 52 of them.
Yeah, there's exactly 52.
Yep.
Why not 48?
I don't know.
That's a new number though, right?
52 is their number for how many multiverses there are. But if they were really to be 52, each one for each universe, there'll be 51 then. Unless there's one that just goes straight to the same place. You just walk through and you're in the same location. So I'm thinking they just did the 52 just as a slight nod.
That is a good point right there. You walk through one wormhole and it just takes you in the same spot.
You just walk through and nothing happens.
It's like, whoa, that's a pretty sweet wormhole.
But here's the thing: would you even know that you walked through and you're in the same place if everything looks exactly the same?
Yeah, that's pretty deep.
It's deep.
That is deep. So Zoom is he's using this. I'm assuming he's using Speed Force to go through the multiverse.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, what else we got here? We got Officer Patty Spivot. If you didn't catch that name, they repeat it like what 52 times throughout the entire episode.
Probably. It's almost like, hey, look, it's Patty Spivot. Hey, look, it's Patty Spivot. Patty Spivot.
What's your last name again? Spivot. Spivot.
It's almost like Gotham level of like throwing in the Easter eggs.
Yeah, like what's his name? Riddler and his question mark on his coffee mug where he's like, "Oh, you didn't see that the first time? I'm gonna hold it a little closer to the camera." There you go. What? It's a question mark. I'm the Riddler. Yeah. So Spivot. Yeah, obviously they're going with the whole relationship between her and Barry.
Because in the comics they are in a relationship. And in the comics she is basically like Barry's like partner at the police department.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was watching, I was like, the closest way to kind of describe the relationship would kind of be like Caitlin Snow, but in a relationship with Barry.
Okay.
Where like it's the female scientist, she knows Barry's the Flash, and she's like one of the few people that does. Kind of thing. Because obviously she's in a relationship with him.
One of the few people in the comics.
Yes.
Unlike the show where everybody knows.
Everyone knows except for Joe.
He didn't disguise his voice when he was saving her.
Yes. Did you also notice that she actually turned and stared directly at the Flash like when he's running, so which means that she might be Zoom. Oh.
Hey, she might be Speed Force.
She might be the female Flash. I forget its name.
She might be
Jesse Quick, I think is her name.
She might be Wally West.
Wally West is black.
Under disguise.
Oh my god.
Like if you like pull the zipper on the back, zip,
Jesse Quick is like female Flash.
She might be Batman.
But I thought you were Batman.
Whoa, that's deep.
No. Back to the thing was, yeah. I try and do the whole relationship. She's like, oh my gosh, I want to be on the task force. Let me on the task force. Oh my gosh. She's like, no. You just won't take no for an answer.
Man, Joe is a hater.
I know.
Like, everything has to be his way or the highway.
Exactly. Like, where does he get this power at the police department?
Yeah.
Like, he can create his own task force without even asking. He gets to do interviews.
Well, what's his name? Eddie from last season created his own task force.
Yeah, but he had to ask the main person. This one, he's created a task force, and then if I was like Patty, I would just go to the person above him and ask it. He would put him on the force.
Mm-hmm. And he's all like, "You're put into danger because of me." Who said because of him? She was put in danger because the what's his name, Sand Demon wanted Flash.
I would have been like, I'm in danger every day being a cop.
Exactly. All right, so Sand Demon.
Yes.
I find it peculiar that the both of the universes. What's the guy? Slick? Is that the guy's name?
Eddie something. Eddie Slick.
Yes, like they're both not only both criminals, but they're both wearing the exact same thing.
And they both have like a Texas accent, and they act like same mannerisms.
like, I mean, okay, if they're both criminals, all right, I suppose, sure, it can happen. But like for them to both be wearing the exact same getup,
Yeah.
come on now, that just seems kind of lazy because it's like, oh, the actor walks off screen and then he comes right back.
Yep.
Hey guys, didn't have to change clothes or anything.
See, like, he's a Firestone villain, and like he has the powers. He has like a cool power that kind of like, yes, it would have been overkill with the whole like double ganger thing, but with the sand, he could also shift the sand, aka cells, to look like anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that could have been a cool dynamic. They could have thing was that kind of like he could be anyone, but they kind of already had that already with Everyman last season.
Yeah. I don't know, anything else we want to talk about Sand Demon?
Not really.
Like, I mean, the only thing I really got is he's another villain of the week, which, I've said on the show multiple times I don't like that concept of having a villain of the week. And on top of that, they killed him off.
2 weeks in a row, he's 2-0 as being Arrow season 1 Oliver.
Yeah. Yeah. Why is Flash all of a sudden killing people and he doesn't even care? Is it because they're from another universe? So he's like, well, he didn't even know Atom Smasher's from another universe. So
that's a good question. I mean, my theory before you brought up Atom Smasher was that paradox, like the whole paradox, you can have two people in the same universe, so they have to one has to die in a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then you would also have to you could just take them back to their world, but I don't think they have the ability yet.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like he didn't even know Atom Smasher was from another universe.
Here's the thing, though, in the comics, that Sand Demon is dead. Like Firestorm kills him, same way almost. He turns him to glass, and just lets him shatter.
I do like the fact that Barry did a one-armed Sonic Boom, just like Charlie from Street Fighter. He just Sonic Boom.
Yes, I love how like he's doing the train. He just straight like throws it, but then like when he finally does it, he does like the whole like swinging of the arm like boomerang frisbee of the lightning bolt, and it works perfectly fine.
And I'm just waiting for him to do the double arm sonic boom like Guile. Be up, boom.
I was cool that he did like the hurricane arms thing, which is a classic Speed thing or Flash thing in the fire.
Oh, he's been doing that. Second episode in a row that he's done that.
Yeah,
The cyclone arms.
which shows they scream more and more like the classic Flash powers.
Mm-hmm. All right. What else we got here? We got Vibe.
Vibe, aka Cisco.
Yep. Vibe getting his vibe on.
Yes. I
So-
think it has to do with Earth too. He's gotten the vibe twice in this episode when touching something from Earth too.
Hmm.
So I think it's not real. He thinks there's just vibes, but I think it's like connections where he's able to see anything where something from Earth 2 is in Earth 1.
That's a theory. Though I don't think that lines up with him being able to see the vibes in season 1 though.
No. But I think right now that's where so far he's seen things like Iron Smasher and Zoom, which are Earth 2, and he saw all the Sand Demon.
Okay.
things, 'cause that's all season 2. I'm saying right now that's why he has the ability again too.
Yeah. It's kind of odd that he's completely against having the powers. Because he's the one who is usually all psyched up about seeing other people with powers.
You know why? This is my theory. He doesn't want Barry to know because Barry will kill him then. Barry killed 2 people with powers. We can't.
There you go. All right. What else we got here? We have Iris's mom.
Yes.
So,
I think it's their way of bringing in Wally because we already know Wally's going to come in this season.
Wally can also be from Earth 2,
True.
maybe.
Or it could be Iris's half brother.
You think Wally will have powers?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Who knows?
Not yet. So Professor Stein, he started like getting a stroke at the end of the episode.
Okay, I can understand. I can explain that, but
Spoiler section.
I mean, it's not really spoiler.
No, let's talk about it in the spoiler section.
I'm just saying though. It deals with Ronnie.
Okay.
See, like remember how he and Ronnie are connected?
Yeah.
So Ronnie's dying, so that's why he's dying.
Okay.
So it's gonna lead to them trying to find a new Firestorm, which now leads into this theory section.
All right. And the final thing we got on here is the very end, which
The very end.
yeah, it's reminiscent of the endings from season 1 where Harrison Wells does something crazy.
He does something crazy. And also
Yeah.
there's a monorail. And it's like 1940s. The
Yep.
Golden Age Flash.
He is the savior of Central City.
The savior.
Yeah. I pretty much, it was pretty obvious that it was, one of the alternate Earths
Yeah.
during that scene, like seeing the monorail and all that. I personally thought when the tour guide was like, "Oh, we're in for a treat," I thought it was gonna be Gorilla Grodd.
I thought it was gonna be Barry, like Earth 2 Barry. He's gonna have like a goatee or something like that. Like evil Barry.
I thought it was gonna be Gorilla Grodd, and he has like these little glasses, like to be like a scientist. Oh well, hello children. Let me show you around Star Labs.
Oh my god. Or it's like Cisco, but like super smart and not like spazzy Cisco, where he's like naming everyone.
Where he's like shooting his sound waves.
Exactly. And breakdancing.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, I seriously thought it was gonna be Gorilla Grodd. That's what I was expecting to
Why
see.
would they do Gorilla Grodd?
Because it was alternate Earth, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Like they're all surprised. So I was like, "Okay, maybe it's got to be like an animal or
Earth
something."
2. It's Earth 2, so it's not gonna
Yeah,
be Gorilla
yeah,
Grodd.
but like they're like all surprised, like they just saw an animal walk in. So Gorilla
It's
Grodd,
Captain Carrot. It's Captain Carrot.
Captain Carrot. Who? Oh, Captain Carrot, the rabbit.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, anything else we want to discuss before moving on?
No.
All right. So let's review and rate. I went first last time, so it's your turn to go first.
I would give this episode a 3. It was better than the first episode, but it was all right.
I definitely agree that it was better than last week's episode, but I'd still rate this a 3, even though I gave last week's a 3 as well. I don't think it's a 4.
No, that's how I am. It's not a 4. It is. I mean, it's not bad. It's not good. It's just right in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. So 3 out of 5 Gorilla Grodd that did not show up on the show.
I give it 3 out of 5 vibes.
Dead metahumans. Yeah. So I mean, like, it was definitely an improvement over last week's show. I still have issue with villain of the week, stuff like that. Barry being all moody and everything, because that's not who we expect out of Barry.
But,
You know.
I mean, I think it's gonna be as the season goes on. He's gonna be more and more upbeat.
Okay.
I mean, you have to realize this takes real place, and someone getting into real life, depression lasts more than just a week. Yes, it lasted for 6 months, but it's gonna take a while for him to get out of that like depressed.
Yeah, but
no one.
I definitely understand that, but like that's what Arrow is about. Arrow is like about moody character, dark.
But how would
Can't
you
trust
feel
anyone.
someone that you trusted, who helped you, who was your mentor, your hero, turns out to be the person that's killed your mom and is your arch rival? How would you feel, Stapa?
Hey, his dad is free. His dad's a free man.
Makes sense. He's Zoom. A lot of twists.
Yep. So I don't know. I mean, but still, it was not a bad episode at all. It was a decent episode.
That was better than the last episode.
Yeah. So yeah. We don't have any listener feedback this week. But if you want to write in and tell us what you think about the new episode next week or whatever, or ask us any questions, you can write into capes@outofcontinues.com. That's our email address. Do we have any shout outs or plugs for this week?
No.
I want to give a shout out to Vibe.
Vibe. You can hear this podcast.
Yep. Exactly.
Or you can also shout out to Out of Continues.
Yo, the host of Out of Continues. He's a pretty awesome guy. So anyways, if you enjoy what you've been hearing, you can support us by liking us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. You can leave an iTunes review. We definitely need iTunes reviews. You can contact us by email. That's capes@outofcontinues.com. All those things just mentioned can be found on the website. That's www.outofcontinues.com/TV podcasts. You can also give me a tweet. I am at Sayed Stafa. That's at SAYEDSTAFA.
And I'm at emetzger712, EMETZGER 712.
With that said, I am one of your co-hosts, Stafa.
And I'm Eric.
And we will either see you in the spoiler section here in a moment, or we'll see you next week if you don't want to listen to spoilers. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
All right, so
Spoiler.
Colonel Cold, Michael Ironside,
Michael Ironside.
Sam Fisher.
Yes.
So that's next week's episode.
Yes.
Do you have anything to share about that? Like, who is Colonel Cold? Is he even a comic character?
I don't know. Like, I wondered that too. I'm like drawing a blank about this. Bad. Like where I work and I don't know this.
So apparently from the teaser for next week's episode, Barry and Captain Cold are having a discussion, and he's like, "Oh, we got a deal. You don't mess with me, and I don't kill people."
Yeah.
And apparently Colonel Cold's killing people.
Yep.
Because he's Michael Ironside. He loves killing people.
Yep.
Also, there was a Comic-Con sizzle reel that has some stuff that that's already been shown and other stuff that hasn't been shown yet on the show. That's what I mean. Yeah. So they showed a girl with like a white and black suit that had like bug eyes on the helmet. Is she the female speedster?
Probably not.
You sound far away. I can hardly hear you.
Hold on. Okay.
All right.
No. Jesse Quick kind of like looks like Flash, but wears like bikini bottoms. Wears yellow bikini bottoms.
I doubt that they'll have that on the show.
No. I mean,
but they have no problem having Jay Garrick walk around shirtless.
Exactly.
Multiple times on the show and like point out how hot he is.
And Caitlin is just like drooling all over him.
He's like a sexy dad.
The dad bod.
No, that's definitely not a dad bod. So also in this sizzle reel, they show Stein is flaming on.
Yes.
By himself. Blue flames.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe? Maybe what?
I've been told that like they're gonna bring in Jay soon. Jay Garrick. Or not Jay Garrick. Oh fuck. Jay Jackson.
Jay Jackson? Or do you mean Jason Roush?
No, Jay Jackson.
Who's Jay Jackson?
Jay Jackson is the new person that's gonna merge with Stein to become Firestorm. He's gonna be in Legends.
And
there's a scene of like Flash with like Firestorm, and it's like it's Jay Jackson. And it's the Black Firestorm, basically.
Okay.
I'm not finding anything on.
Well, I did see a screenshot of Flash with a black Firestorm.
Yeah, that's
and he has the symbol on his chest is red rather than blue.
Yeah, and it's the character that we thought. Me and you talked about this. Is when they came out with Legends, like who's going to be on the team. There's like one character they described. Oh, it's going to be a mechanic, and you joked that it was Static Shock, and I thought it was Cyborg, and it's actually the other half of Firestorm.
Okay. All right. They also show on the sizzle reel they show Hawkgirl.
Yes.
So
Hawkgirl and Hawkman I've been seen too with Arrow and Black Canary.
Okay.
I think right now they're filming the crossover episode.
All right.
The episode that's going to lead into Legends.
So I guess hello, Eric.
Yo.
All right. Let me mark this on here. Okay, so we had some technical difficulties there for a second. But anyways, so basically they showed Vandal Savage on the sizzle reel. the Comic-Con sizzle reel, and I'm pretty sure that's so that they introduce him there for the Legends of Tomorrow.
Yes. Which is, I think, a lot of they're doing is because of how Legends doesn't premiere until January. They're trying to get a lot of people excited for the show
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like say, hey, these are all the people that are going to be in the show, blah, blah, and kind of like throw in the Easter eggs because they're going to start showing up in episodes more and more until the premiere.
Okay. All right. And other than that, they have a Flash coffee drink
What?
on the sizzle reel.
Oh, yeah.
Both Barry and Oliver are at that same coffee shop that they always are at.
Yes.
And he's like, basically, he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And Barry's like, "Yeah, you could get your own drink too if you saved Star City or something like that."
Yeah. Flash has a museum. Green Arrow doesn't, so.
Cause Green Arrow's a vigilante.
He's basically Batman with a bow.
Yeah. He's a completely different person from Arrow as well, because Arrow died
Yes.
6 months ago.
You need to get over this stuff.
No.
How's it any different from when he goes to the vigilante to the Arrow?
It's because it's obvious it's the same person. It is so obvious. I mean, if Quentin Lance can tell Oliver wearing a ski mask, then how
The point is this is that everyone knows it's the Arrow. He just said the Arrow is dead. He's now the Green Arrow.
No, he's like saying he's a different person.
He meant like no, literally, figuratively, he's a new person. God, we're turning this into the Arrow podcast again.
Because that show is doomed.
No,
There's no saving. There's no saving Arrow.
Hey, at least it's better than Supergirl.
That is a completely different conversation.
Exactly.
Well, anyways, thanks for everyone for tuning in this week. I apologize to those of you who are watching this on YouTube and see the technical difficulty with Eric getting disconnected or whatever happened, but that should be edited out. Yeah, that should be edited out on the MP3 version. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us.